Now, the ability to create virtually any kind of object using a 3D printer is transforming lives all over the world. And now scientists in Sussex are using the technology to help doctors in Africa. They're using the 3D printers to create medical equipment at the fraction of the usual cost, which means it can be used for vital medical training in poorer countries, as well as in other parts of the UK. Lucy Vladev has tonight's special report.
Sleek designs, cutting-edge electronics, but nowhere near the cost of your smartphone. This is technology for the future. But far from being designed in a Los Angeles skyscraper, this monumental project is hidden away in the basement of a lab in Sussex, where a 3D printer is currently building science equipment at a fraction of the cost. And that matters because it's making expensive high-tech accessible to everyone.
The idea is that on this card here, I've got a computer file that's basically telling the printer to do a three-dimensional path. So if I insert this and simply tell the printer to print, and it's going to start following a path.
And I suppose by being able to build things so easily, that has some sort of impact on you and me.
Science equipment becomes cheaper. It becomes more accessible also in a wider context. You might imagine you can put things in school which previously couldn't afford things like that. And of course this goes worldwide, right? So if you have a country where there's less money available for research in the first place, this puts people on the spot that they can actually now start producing their own equipment.
3D printers can make a lot of very useful things. For example, this, believe it or not, is a microscope. It costs about £30 to make, compared to £5,000 if you wanted to buy one off the shelf. This is a centrifuge. It's used in most science experiments to test samples. To make this with a 3D printer, it's roughly £20. To buy one, it's £2,000.
Normally what you want to do, I like to put my hand like this.
The low cost of this kit means it's not only for lecture halls and children's classrooms, but doctors working on some of the most life-threatening diseases in poorer parts of the world. In Lagos in Nigeria, students are using this 3D printed equipment to learn how to test for malaria and other illnesses.
So over the course of the 5 days, students will learn how to design, conduct these experiments, and then be able to present their findings. So it's quite exciting to be able to do this for the first time, actually.
And now one of the PhD students back in the UK is working with a global tech company to supply custom designs for the public.
It definitely drives innovation faster because you can change the design on the computer, print something, see if it works or not, and then change the design as you need it.
So in the coming years, the world of science could look very different as we print new building blocks for a new generation. Lucy Vladev, BBC South East Today.